Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Steins Gate, a safe place in which we are awesome, and we are, of course, just taking a look at this daring armchair. How bold and daring this armchair is. It's red and pleather. Oh, so relaxing to sit in. Oh, feel the armchair. But it's all in your mind. It's only a theory of an armchair. That could, quite possibly, render meaningless everything I've done up to now. How can Karasu stay so calm? She's just an 18-year-old girl. You don't have to worry about me, Okabe. It would just hurt my pride if you did. Don't say it like that. Hang on, I'm getting a call. Hello? Mary? Yeah. Displayed on the screen is Mary's face, devoid of its usual brightness for some reason. Also, why do people have flip phones but also video calling capabilities? This upsets me, because I didn't have that. What's wrong? I heard from Derek-kun that Okabe's been acting kinda sus. I shouldn't bring non-things into this. I'm sorry for the Among Us reference. Yushi was so preoccupied with Kamima, she didn't really notice. Even though she usually notices right away and Okabe's not happy. I'm sorry, Okabe. Don't apologize. You've done nothing wrong. Did something happen? Okabe? Can't tell her. I can't. I've kept it a secret from her all this time. That's the way it has to be. There's nothing wrong. Oh, I thought you were gonna tell me this time. Oh. You know, you used to talk to Miyushi about a lot of things, remember? Like, the organization's 4 leaders. Their names are Back Turkish, Virginian Burp, Balloon Drag Queen, and Wide-Eye Gore, right? Black Tortoise, Vermilion Bird, Blue Dragon, and White Tiger. Yeah, that. You know, it was really fun talking to Okabe about stuff like that. But now... Okabe, if Miyushi's a burden, just say so, okay? What? I never... I'm hanging up now. If you feel like talking to Miyushi, fucking read the whole thing. If you feel like talking to Miyushi about anything, just call, okay? She hung up on me. How could she? What did Mayuri say? Also, you have very loud conversations on your phone, for the record. How are you a burden? Don't say things like that, damn it! Why is she only serious at times like this? A burden, huh? I've never felt Mayuri was a burden, not once. But then you should tell her that. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to leave Mayuri in the dark. She never looks like she's thinking anything, and yet she saw my doubt? Either way, I can't tell her the truth. Okabe? Karasu sighs and glares at me. The old you wouldn't have worried about anything. Anyway, you should go see Mayuri. I'm sure she has a lot to say. She's right, even if I don't tell Mayuri the truth, I need to at least tell her something. I'll postpone my decision and go see Mayuri. Hey, fade to black. End of game. It's afternoon on the first day of Kamima, and the crowds are finally beginning to thin out. Of course, the industry booths and cosplay area are still packed, but at least I don't have to wait in line to get in. I've been trying to get in touch with Mayuri for a while now, but she hasn't responded. I checked with Daru, but he hasn't seen her today either. Cosplay ends at 4 p.m. I focus on searching the cosplay area until then, but I still can't find her. Maybe she finished early and went home. Try calling her home. No luck. They haven't seen her since she left this morning. Where is she? I'm always afraid that she'll disappear the second I take my eyes off her. It's been like that ever since she lost her grandmother. Looking basically the same. Maybe it's just my imagination. We've been so close for so long. I saw Mary at her weakest and most vulnerable. Maybe that has made me overprotective. Yeah, just a little. But I don't care how other people see us. I just can't leave Mary alone. I step into the cemetery, the final resting place of Mary's beloved grandmother. When was the last time I came here? For about a year after Mary became my hostage, I'd periodically accompany her here. But I don't think I've been here ever since I entered high school, so it's been about 3 or 4 years. As I get closer to Mary's grandmother's grave, I begin to hear her voice. It's Mary. I recognize her voice anywhere. It sounds like she's talking to someone. I approach quietly. Aww, that's real nice. Look at how nice this is. Hey, Granny. Mary's standing there talking to the grave. What a relief she hasn't disappeared. I decide to watch silently from a short distance away. I've been having scary dreams lately. For a second, I wonder if she's learned to commune with the dead, but no, she's just talking to herself. People do this for comfort all the time, Okabe. Jesus Christ. People go to the fucking graves of their past loved ones and just talk as if they're, like, sort of leaving a message or something. I've done this. It's not weird. It's like people do this all the time. It brings comfort to the living. In my dreams, bad things keep happening to me. Oh. Like someone shoots me, or a car hits me, or I get run over by a train. What? Don't tell me. It's so real, it hurts so much, and I feel so sad. And I try to call for help, but nothing comes out. Why do you think I'm having these dreams? Does she remember her deaths? All of them? Is she inheriting memories like I do? And you know, they always end the same way. Yoshi's crying and Ocarine comes to save me. Yoshi tries to say thank you, Ocarine, but Ocarine can't hear my voice. He holds Mayushi and makes a very sad face like he's going to cry, but he never does, you know? I can tell he's forcing himself not to cry. Come to think of it. Both Ferris and Lukiko remembered their memories from before the past changed. I used to think that memories couldn't be shared between world lines because that doesn't make any sense at all. I used to think that I was the exception with reading Steiner. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe everyone has the same power and the only difference is how strong it is. Maybe reading Steiner is nothing special after all. That makes Mayushi even more sad. I try to say sorry, but he still can't hear. And that's when I wake up. Why am I having these dreams? I've failed so many times to save her. I've watched her die again and again. Everything I've done has been to prevent that from happening. For real, though. And yet, have the memories of those deaths been tormenting her as she sleeps? I bite my lip in frustration. I still have a terrible decision to make. Do I save Mayuri or do I save Karasu? There's no perfect ending here. I can't save them both. It's one or the other. If I choose Karasu, then Mayuri's death will become reality. If I don't want Mayuri to feel any pain. Until now, I've thought only of saving her. That is my goal. But at the same time, I can't let Karasu die. Again, my thoughts at the same dead end. Mayuri hasn't noticed me yet. She's still staring at the sky, just as she was on the day I took her hostage. She's kind of not staring at the sky right now. She's talking to her grandmother in heaven. Oh, right. We have a lot more lab mems now, you know? There's Chris-chan, Moekich-san, Luka-kun, and Ferris-chan. And there's also Suzu-san, but she moved away. That makes 8 of us. It's really amazing. On this world line, they all became lab mems. However, not a single one of them has sent a D-mail. You know, it was just Ocarina and Mayushi at first. Back then, Ocarina seemed kind of bored most of the time. But now he's having so much fun. Is that how she sees it? Well, she's not wrong. She really does know me, doesn't she? And that makes Mayushi happy too. It's so busy, but it's really exciting. Especially now that Chris-chan is here. She's really smart, you know. She got a paper published in a famous magazine. Mayushi really admires her. She even made a time machine. Oh, but I can't forget Okarin and Darakun helped too. Then Mayuri falls silent. Her gaze becomes distant. She stands still and looks up to the sky. What could she be thinking? But you know, sometimes I remember. Back when it was just the two of us. And Miyushi had only just become Okarin's hostage. I'd go to the lab after school, but Okarin wouldn't be there, so I'd tidy up the room and decorate it with cute things. Then Okarin would finally show up a little later. Miyushi would say, "Welcome back," but instead of saying "I'm back," Okarin would say "good work," like a big boss or something. The way she just said the last bit before I went to the next one was very adorable sounding. Every day we'd spend a few hours just hanging out, doing nothing, and then we'd go home together. We didn't talk much, but it wasn't bad. We were just there, together, you know? We'd sit next to each other on the sofa. Okarin would work on his big plans, and Miyushi would read manga or play games. And sometimes we'd have a snack together. It was so nice and relaxing. I never wanted to leave. I'd start feeling like a real hostage, and I'd laugh, hee hee hee, all to myself. Then Okarin would turn to me and say, "I remember." It was 4 months ago, still spring. The lab wasn't as lively as it is now. It was an isolated bubble of slow-moving time. Did something good happen? Yep. Well, not really, but kinda. It must have been an illusion. We could be under attack from Illusion Conductor, one of the organization's feared agents. Oh, gotta be careful then. But you know, I'm sure that Mr. Illusion Kid Hugger... Conductor, not Kid Hugger. He doesn't do that. I'm sure he's not a bad guy. It was nothing, just meaningless chatter to pass the time. I feel so happy there. So happy I could cry. I wanted to stay like that forever. But that doesn't mean I don't like how things are now, okay? Mary shakes her head in denial. Finally, she stops looking up the sky and bows her head instead. You know, I haven't talked to Okarin much lately. Maybe Miyushi's getting a little lonely. Aww, that's really sad. It's true, I haven't had time to talk to her lately. But that's because I've been fighting to prevent her death. To keep her dreams from coming true. Also, that Mayuri will keep smiling. I never again want to see her cry like she did on the day her grandmother died. But you know, I don't want to be a burden on Okarin. That word again, burden. I've never thought of her as a burden. Miyushi's just one big nuisance, isn't she? Oh my god, poor baby. No, don't think these things about yourself. People love you. You're not alone in this world. You're not a nuisance to the people around you. They would tell you so. People who hate things don't really keep silent about that kind of shit. They would absolutely fucking tell you. No, please. Poor baby. No. Miyushi, please. Mary. Granny? Mary lifts her face once more. I can't stay like this forever, can I? Of course you can. Huh? When I finally speak to Mayuri, she turns my way with a surprised expression. Her face is so soft, so innocent. Slowly, her lips curl into a smile. Oh my god, my heart is beating so fast for these two. Oh my god, it's so adorable. It's Okarin! Oh my god, stop being so cute! How'd you know I was here? I always know where my hostage is. Hostage? You cannot escape my grasp, not ever. Oh. But don't wear yourself out, okay? Mayushi... Wow. Mayushi's a little worried. Hououin Kyouma is not so weak as to require your concern. When the time comes, I'll tell you everything. I swear it, I really do. Huh? So stay with me until then, like you always have. Okay. Mary stands up and turns to the grave once more. As an offering, she leaves a brand new white lily, as well as some dango dumplings. Let's head back, Okabe. Shouldn't we get some dango for ourselves first? Like when we used to visit the cemetery together, it was part of our daily routine to eat dango on the way back. Of course. Mary is so fucking cute. Kiba's empty again today. The otaku have all made the exodus to Kamima for the second day of battle. But come nightfall, it will return to Akiba like a victorious army laden with spoils. They will, not it will. And the streets will be chaos. I know Dara's gone to Kamima. The question is, has Mayuri? I hope she has. I want things to be normal again. I remember what I heard yesterday. Oh, this is the next day. The feelings Mayuri expressed at her grandmother's grave. The events of the last few weeks have affected her as well. After I escorted Mayuri home from the cemetery, I spent the whole night racking my brain for a third option. A way out of this mess. My thoughts were a jumble, ideas coming and going too fast to judge, which were right and which were wrong. But of course, there isn't a right choice here. But in the end, it always comes back to the same question. Who do I let die? No matter how I try to dance around it, the answer is always the same. I can't choose. Is there no one else who can make this decision? No. Even if there were, I'd know I'd never accept their choice. Whichever it happened to be. Once again, I'm headed for the roof of Radican. I had to get out of the lab. Mayuri or Karasu might return at any moment, and I can't face them now. I look up at the sky. The clouds are dark and heavy. Also, it looks kind of like it's raining. It could start raining at any minute. Take a picture. It'll last quite long. I thought that I was alone, but someone is here before me. Karasu is lying in the middle of the roof, arms and legs spread as if making a snow angel. The image of Karasu in a pool of blood flashes through my mind. Is she alright? I run towards her, but before I make it halfway, she suddenly sits up and turns to face me. Okabe. You're alive. What a dumb thing to say. Fortunately, it looks like Karasu didn't hear me. She's busy combing her disheveled hair with her fingers. I breathe a sigh of relief. A silent sigh of relief. Right, I forgot I might run into you here. What were you doing? Yeah, thinking. Oh. Is she thinking about her death? I don't know what to say, so I keep my mouth shut. Karasu appears to be in the same boat. She's staring at the capsule toy dispenser in the corner, her face wearing the usual frown. The awkward silence strikes on. When you think about it, Karasu's fate rests in my hands. My decision will determine whether she lives or dies. Her fantastic hypothesis yesterday was a desperate attempt to construct a scenario where she doesn't die. Even if she believes that her theory is correct, it must be difficult for her to avoid imagining her own death. I force a smile. I'm getting really uncomfortable here. Looks like I'm in your way, so I'll just go. Oh, okay. Damn, I was expecting a sarcastic remark like, since when do mad scientists have manners or something? Just then something cold lands on the tip of my nose. There it is. When I look up, raindrops keep falling on my forehead. an evening shower. It's only going to get more intense and quickly. But that'll have to be it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'm Keywii. I'm great to yourself a delightful day. Goodbye!